Social media, a 24-hour platform for the voicing of every thought, opinion and rant to an infinite audience. The content you publish online not only impacts on your internet reputation, but influences others' opinions when deciding to purchase goods, book a holiday, or change brand of toilet paper. And while it is arguable that this is all a game of corporate cat and mouse as businesses try to bamboozle you with multi-platform content, as Dr. Paul Burke explains, the consumer is the real winner.
The way in which the social media allows others to see the complaints that you're making is probably the much more concerning thing that's facing organisations, is that once that's in the public domain, it seems to travel a lot faster. It leads to be it's disseminated across a lot more consumers than traditional forms of complaint behaviour. A lot of customers in the past, surveys sort of suggest that complaint behaviour was very minimal, is that a lot of customers didn't simply go and make any action other than buying another product. Whereas what we're seeing is that customers are much more proactive, they're getting online, they're making their complaint heard, and that can be very damaging to companies if they're not addressing those complaints.
From Facebook to Twitter, YouTube to chat rooms, brands are launching an assault on all realms of social media in an attempt to synthesize their content with our daily lives. The defences of the consumer are lowered, allowing subtle branding to seep into our news streams in a new form of marketing. So they're trying to be our friend in more ways than one. Jim McNamara is a professor of public communication and an expert in advertising. I've asked him to explain what the move to online marketing actually means for the consumer.
There's no real easy answers in social media. It's a contested site because there's, on one hand, companies have got to be more transparent, and government and organisations, because they are subject to camera phones, they are subject to consumers who witness events, who have perspectives and can post online, and anyone can go on YouTube, go on a blog, go on Facebook or Twitter and report something they see. So it's creating much more transparency on one hand, but of course companies and organisations are very good at their own public relations and their own spin, and so you're seeing also very sophisticated techniques to try to use and, if you like, colonise social media.
Unlike traditional advertising, where companies would talk at you, social media has opened a form of two-way communication. This means brands are receiving instant feedback and criticism, and any consumer dissatisfaction is on parade for the whole of cyberspace to see.
Wasn't happy with our new washing machine that we recently purchased, so she called and complained so many times and she just got no reply. But when she posted on the company's Facebook page, she got a reply instantly, and a replacement washer was provided to us the same afternoon.
Product reviews and things like that.
And do you share that amongst your friends online?
Sure.
My dad usually does, because he likes to speak his mind about everything, but that's just all the time. So he, like, if something's gone wrong, he'll let them know.
The suggestions and the review of the those who have stayed in there.
Because the opinions, we're just afraid that, like, I'm afraid that sometimes, you know, certain companies actually manipulate their reviews by putting in false replies, false suggestions or false reviews on hotels. So it's best that we look across a few websites and then see that this place is actually good.
Depending on the forum, you're getting your information from the people that have actually used the product. So it's almost like the companies are probably interested in what the people on the forum say too, because yeah, like they've used the product, they're not just trying to sell it.
Yeah, well, I always look online before buying things.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
Well, it's really easy, really quick. You get a lot of information that way these days.
While companies try to manage perpetual complaints, which are no longer bounded by business hours or telephone wires, it's safe to say that online consumer advocacy has developed into a regulatory body. Natalie Shoebridge, University of Technology, Sydney.